You are not ready to watch Toy Story 5. No, not without seeing the Easter eggs from the last movie of the toys. Do you think you can recognize all the secrets and details behind Toy Story 4? You know Pixar loves making references to several of its movies, and one of them is A Bug's Life. Right in the very first scene of the movie, when we are 9 years before the story that will take place in the film, we have a big Easter egg on Andy's bedroom wall. If you look at the calendar next to the window, you'll see there are some characters there that everyone knows very well. They are the circus bugs that appear in A Bug's Life. It looks like they posed for a photo and Andy bought a calendar of them, right? This Easter egg was very easy to spot, but the others are not that obvious. Are you ready to discover all the secrets of this movie? And for you who made it this far, we have a special invitation. Click the join button down below and become part of our exclusive group of subscribers. We have 3 plans for you to choose from. You can become a Wave Fund member and use our badges on your profile and special emojis in the channel's video comments. Or you can become a Wave Plus member and get early access to our videos and priority replies in the comments. But if you want access to our exclusive members-only videos and polls, you can become a Wave Max member. Starting at $2.99, you can become the newest member of Cinewave. Click now and get even closer to us. Still in the past scenes, we see a scene of Bonnie playing diver with our new friends. I mean, her friends, since everyone already knows these toys very well. But the detail here is in the orange float that the girl is wearing. Do you recognize it? This float is drawn in the same style as the clownfish from Finding Nemo and Dory. And stay tuned, because this is not the only time we're going to talk about this movie today. Did you notice this detail on Bonnie's float? Comment down below. When Bonnie needs to go to kindergarten, she is feeling lonely, which is a shame. She should make some friends, and maybe Boo from Monsters, Inc. could help her with that, don't you think? Don't know what we're talking about? If you pay very close attention to the girl sitting at the table near Bonnie, you'll notice she looks like an older version of Boo, the girl from the monster movie where they are afraid of children. Could that girl really be Boo? Too bad we won't find out, but they look very similar. In the Pixar world, there are several companies that only exist in the movie universe, such as Pizza Planet, B&L, and the Dinoco gas station. When Bonnie is traveling through the city with her parents, the family van stops at one of the Dinoco stations that have always appeared in Toy Story movies. And yes, we are still going to talk about this gas station later today. Stay with us. When they arrive in the town they are traveling to, we see a store that works as an antique shop. This type of store sells old things that people might want to buy. The detail is that, in front of the shop, we can see it says they have been open since the year 1986. This year is the same year Pixar was founded as an independent company, because before that it was just a division of Lucasfilm, the same studio behind Star Wars. But that's not all. This shop is located in front of an amusement park, which appears several times in the movie, but the interesting part is that the address of the place says the shop is number 1200. You don't know what address that is? We'll explain. It's a joke with Pixar's real address in California. Pixar studios are located at 1200 Park Avenue, California, and the antique shop in the movie is on the street facing a park at the same number. Cool, right? This was a really nice detail that few fans understood. Inside the antique shop, we can see several Easter eggs, such as, for example, the Dinoco station name written on the wall. It looks like this shop is very old. Or you can also see a Disney character that nobody likes. Are you ready? When Harmony, the granddaughter of the antique shop owner, is approaching her grandmother, we see that above her head there is a horseshoe, and right next to that horseshoe there is a fish. Do you recognize it? It's the barracuda that took Nemo's mother's life. What is your favorite villain in the Pixar world? Comment the hashtag Pixar so we can get to know you. When the antique shop owner is in a hallway, we can see that behind her there is a dragon statue. This is the same stone form of Mushu, the red dragon from Mulan. Now at the amusement park, when the owner of a prize booth finds Buzz Lightyear on the ground, the camera turns behind him and we can see the back of his leg. He has a tattoo on his calf, and that drawing is the Pizza Planet truck. Probably the best pizza in the world for someone to tattoo, right? In the same booth where Buzz is captured, we can see some guitars hanging, and all of them are the same instrument of the villain Ernesto de la Cruz from the movie Coco, that the protagonist Miguel steals and ends up in the land of the dead. Should someone really really pick this prize? It doesn't look safe. Still in the same booth, we have some other Easter eggs, such as, for example, the yellow ball sticker engraved on the orange toy rocket. This yellow ball is the famous Pixar ball that everyone knows. This rocket also has the number 99 engraved on it, and that has everything to do with Pixar because it is the year the movie Toy Story 2 was released in theaters. The same movie where Buzz finds several other toys like himself. And we also have Easter eggs from Toy Story 3. The green frog hanging on the right side of the booth is the same toy frog tied to the front of the truck where the villain Lotso was also trapped in the previous movie. He was the one who told Lotso to keep his mouth shut. When Woody reunites with Bo Peep, she is together with several other toys, including a remote control car. This car uses batteries from the company BNL, which is the same energy company that polluted the entire world in the movie WALL-E. Maybe we shouldn't be using their batteries. What do you think? Still in the same scenes, the sheep try to hand Bo Peep a grape soda bottle cap. This cap is the same one Ellie gives Carl when they first meet in the movie Up, which is also the same one Carl gives Russell. But we're not gonna give you a badge. You can keep something else. The subscribe button is right there, waiting for you. How about clicking and keeping up with everything we post? Harmony, who is the antique shop owner's granddaughter, seems to be a minor character in the movie, but many fans didn't understand why the villain Gabby was so interested in her. Gabby is over 50 years old, so why would she be so interested in a girl like Harmony? The Easter egg you didn't notice is that Gabby has a book that talks about herself. It must have come with her in the doll box when she was made, and in this book there is a drawing of Gabby herself next to a blonde girl wearing a purple dress and a bow of the same color in her hair, exactly the same way Harmony is dressed. In other words, the doll Gabby is attached to the girl because she is the human version of the child the villain doll was meant to please. That was genius on Pixar's part, wasn't it? At the amusement park, we see several rides, but one thing that really stands out is the balloon cart that appears a few times in the movie. This cart is the same one Carl used to sell balloons when he was young! It's curious that this cart is there because the movie Up itself made a Toy Story Easter egg by showing Lotso in a girl's bedroom when several balloons float past the window. Going back to the antique shop, we see some other Easter eggs, such as, for example, the diving mask of the dentist who caught little Nemo and took him to an aquarium in Australia. Or in the same scene and next to the diving mask, we can see the cookie box that the flea used as a circus car in the movie A Bug's Life. Or even better, in the same scene where the diving mask and the cookie box appear, we see Bonnie and her mother entering the shop, and above the mother's head we see a cane with tennis balls on the feet, the same cane Carl uses in the movie Up. In the scene where Buzz is fighting Gabby's henchman dolls, we see a frame on one of the shelves and written on it is a 113. This is one of Pixar's most famous Easter eggs. This letter and number reference the classroom where Pixar's main animators studied in their first year of college. Inside the cabinet where Gabby is keeping our heroes trapped, there is a plate with a drawing you recognize very well. It's a symbol of green lines with a sword in the center. This is the symbol of the land of Dunbrock, the kingdom of Princess Merida from the movie Brave. When our heroes are escaping, we see a white box in the corner of a hallway, and on that box it says Pixar, and if you are very young you might not know what this box means. This box is actually the reason Pixar has that name. Before making animated films, Pixar developed a computer capable of viewing high-resolution images back in the 1980s. It didn't work very well for what they wanted, but it helped a lot when creating animation. This computer was called the Pixar Image Computer and later gave the studio its name. When Duke Kaboom is jumping with his motorcycle and the moon appears behind him, we have one of the biggest Easter eggs in cinema, because this scene has already been repeated thousands of times in many movies. In fact, this is a reference to a scene from the movie E.T., the Extraterrestrial, when our main character flies with his bicycle and the full moon appears behind him. Speaking of Duke Kaboom, he himself is already a big Easter egg. That's because he is the same toy that appears in Baby Jack Jack's playpen in the movie Incredibles 2. In other words, he is the Super Baby's toy. And yes, Duke is an Easter egg because Incredibles 2 was released in theaters in June 2018, while Toy Story 4 arrived in theaters exactly 1 year later. And we're telling you this Easter egg to give you a hint. Pixar likes to place clues about its future movies in earlier animations, so when Toy Story 5 is released, we will probably see some clue about the next Incredibles movie as well. But until then, stay with us. The fun doesn't stop here. There are 2 amazing videos waiting for you on the screen. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.